Shalom Israel. Before I start, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Bahara Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles in Israel, all rule and teach well, to the Akims and the Iris and byways, and those pushing videos in truth and sincerity, to the brothers and sisters in the truth. Now, this is something that we mentioned Saturday gone, Sabbath gone, but we didn't actually really go into it. So I just wanted to go into this a little bit more, to try and give some understanding of what we had said. This is Zephaniah 1 and 8. It says, and it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such are clothed with strange apparel. So we know on a basic level, the strange apparel is dealing with the clothing that we wear. A sister might be in pants. Now we understand that some people may have a job where they what's the word I'm looking, the get up, the outfit, the attire that they have for the job. That's not the word I'm looking for, but the clothing that they have for the job may mean that a sister might have to wear trousers. Now some sisters don't want to adhere to the fact that this strange apparel is dealing with when we talk about sisters not wearing pants, men not wearing dresses and so forth. But we're only here to warn. How you want to take the warnings down to you. But it says strange apparel. Before I go into that, so the strange. So this is on the basic level. Strange apparel.
Strong's 8:52-37. Nochri.
Yeah, so that strange is foreign, alien. It says foreign, foreigner, foreign woman, harlot, unknown, unfamiliar. Yeah. So that strange apparel is something which is unknown and unfamiliar. It's foreign and alien to the Most High. And also the apparel on the basic level, as we said, that's dealing with the clothing.
Strong's H 4403. Malbush.
It says clothing, apparel, vestments, raiment, attire, a garment or clothing. Let me quickly see this. It says to wear, slacker, to dress, wear, clothe, put on clothing, be clothed. Yeah, so that strange apparel, something which is unknown, unfamiliar, it is foreign, alien to the Most High, is also talking about our character. Yeah, those that's got a strange character, strange because it's unknown, it's unfamiliar to what the Most High, to how He wants us to carry ourselves. Yeah? It says to dress, wear, clothe, put on, be clothed. Yeah, to put on clothes, be clothed, wear. So like I said, on the basic level, it's talking about clothing, but on a more spiritual level, it's talking about your character. And what does that word character mean? The mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Yeah, that's why the scripture speaks about renewing your mind. Let me quickly get that. Yeah, changing your character. That's what that's telling you. When we're in the world, we have a certain mindset. When we come into the truth, we need to try and change that mindset, because in the world, our mindset is totally contrary to what the Most High wants us to do. So this is Ephesians 4 and 22. It says that ye put off concerning the former conversation, you put off that old garment, that old apparel, the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. So changing your mindset, yeah, which will work on your character. Yeah, that's what this strange apparel is, man. Coming back here. So when it says Zephaniah 1 and 8, Zephaniah 1 and 8, and it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children. Where are those princes and the king's children? and all such are clothed with strange apparel, yeah, that means your character is not right. Because if your character is not right when Yahushua returns, what good are you to him? It will destroy you. This is 1 Corinthians 3:16. It says, "Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you?" Yeah. So what's covering that spirit? What's that garment that's covering the spirit? Our fleshly body. Yeah. It says, "If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy." Yeah. If your apparel, your character, your garment that you're wearing is defiled, the Most High is going to destroy you. For the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are. Yeah, and that temple is talking about us, man, our bodily makeup. And you can tell someone's character through how they carry themselves. Yeah, like there's a brother I know. The brother is a very loving brother. Brother's quite spiritual. The brother's quite humble. He doesn't need to go around telling people, "Oh yeah, I'm loving, I'm humble, I'm spiritual." His character, his garment, when you're around him, his character, the garment that he's actually wearing lets you know that the brother's a loving brother, that is humble, that is quite spiritual. Now, if you have to be telling someone, "Oh yeah, I'm a loving person and I'm very humble and I'm very spiritual," and so on, that might not mean that you ain't got some of these qualities. But if you have to keep telling people that this is how you are, and they're not realizing that by your character, by the garment that you're wearing, then maybe you're not as humble or as loving or spiritual as you think you are. And this is something we all have to work on keeping our apparel clean, because we don't want to come back and Yahushua finds us really filthy. Yeah, so we have to work on our character, man. This is 2 Corinthians 7:1. It says, "Having therefore these promises, dearly beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh and spirit, perfecting holiness in the fear of the Most High." So the way we cleanse ourselves is not by dipping in water. That's how we clean the flesh. But how do we work on our spirit, our inner man, our inner mind? Yeah, we do that by washing ourselves with the word, applying the word to our life. That's how we work on our character. That's how we clean up our garments, man. Yeah, so that when Yahushua returns, our garments is in a good enough state for him to say, "Well, you know what? The little bit of dirt that's there, I can overlook that and give us that white stone," because that's what we're seeking. This path, we're not going to be perfect in the sense of we will make mistakes at times. But, if we endure to the end, continue working on that character, making sure that our garments are clean. If we fall over, we don't just continue rolling in the dirt. We try and wash off that dirt to the best of our ability. Then, when Yahushua returns, he can look at us and say, "Well, yeah, you're perfect." Because we want to be deemed perfect in the eyes of the Most High, not in the eyes of man. Yeah, we want to be deemed perfect. And we do that by working on our character, keeping our garments, our apparel clean. This is Matthew 5:16. It says, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works." Yeah, that light is your character. Let your character so shine before men that they may see your good works, and in doing so, and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Because when we're working on our character, we're giving the Most High glory. Because remember, we're coming out of a world where, or a lifestyle, let me put this way, we're coming out of a lifestyle which has been contrary to what the Most High wanted us to do, how he wanted us to live, how he wanted us to carry ourselves. So coming into this truth now, we're giving glory back to the Most High to say, "You know what? Yeah, you're right. I don't know what's right. You know what's right. I'm going to stop leaning on my own understanding and do what you want me to do. Yeah, give you the glory." So we work on our character. It says, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works," that they may see your good character. This word works. Yeah, this is what we have to do, man.
Strong's G 2041. Ergan. Ergan.
So it says business, employment, that which anyone is occupied that which one undertakes to do, enterprise, undertaking, any product, whatever, anything accomplished by hand, art, industry, or mind. Yeah, it says an act. Yeah, that's the works, our deeds, our character. An act, deed, thing done. Yeah, that's you working on your personality, your nature, your mentality. Yeah, all of these, your disposition, your temperament, your temper, yeah, character. I read that again. It says the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Yeah, so this is what the Most High is going to be looking at, man. How was your character? How did you carry yourself? You know, what does the scripture say? Show me your faith without works, and I'll show you my faith by my works. Yeah, your character. So this is Matthew 5:16. It says, "Let your light, yeah, let your character, yeah, let your garment so shine before men." They put on that apparel, that shiny apparel, man, that they may see your good works, and in so doing, and glorify your Father which is in heaven. That's what we're doing when we're working on our character, making sure that we take off the filthy garments that we had when we was in the world and put on righteous, clean apparel. We're giving glory to the Most High. This is Proverbs 27:2. It says, because like I was saying earlier, if I have to be telling you how good a driver I am, how deep I am, that don't mean I might not be good to some extent, but am I as good as I actually think I am if I have to keep telling you, yeah, I'm deep, very discerning, spiritual, loving, humble? No, our character should let these things, these things should shine through our character. This is Proverbs 27:2. It says, "Let another man praise thee, and not thine own mouth, a stranger, and not thine own lips." And why will they be praising you? Because they will see your character shining through. Like I was telling you about the brother. The brother is a humble brother, it's a loving brother, is a spiritual brother. He doesn't go around telling people, "Oh, you know what? I'm very humble, I'm very loving, I'm very spiritual." And the garment he has on, the apparel he's wearing, the light that is shining, lets you know that he has these qualities about him. And that's what the Most High is doing, man, is looking to see the qualities that we have. Are they good qualities? Is our character good? Are we wearing good garments? Are we trying to keep them clean to the best of our ability? Yeah. Psalms 73:3 says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, the wicked, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment." Yeah, so our character, if you're a violent person, that's the type of garment you're wearing. Yeah, if you're a humble person, that's the kind of garment you're wearing. So we need to be working on those strange apparel. Those strange apparel we gained when we were in the world. Now we're trying to take them off and put on better apparel, more cleaner apparel, garment that ain't strange to the Most High. This is Revelation 7:13. It says, "And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, What are these which are arrayed in white robes, and whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said unto me, These are they which came out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb." So what did these people do? Did they, take their clothes, get some lamb's blood, and start to wash their clothes in the lamb's blood? Because we know that's just going to filthy up your white robe even more. It's going to make it stained, reddish. These were people that held fast to the truth, tried to walk that walk, to the best of their ability. And if they fell down, they got up, tried to work on that character, making sure the garments was clean. Let me quickly bring this up. Ephesians 6, another little example. Ephesians 6. And 10. Finally, Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. So is that a physical armor that we are putting on? No, it's not physical armor. But when we clothe ourselves with what we're going to read next, it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, yeah, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. So this is how we put on the armor that we're reading about here, adding these things to our life, to our character, working on your character, man. Yeah, it says truth, being truthful. Yeah, truthful to one another. A good we bring out Matthew 18. If your brother or your sister offends you, have a word with them. It could be the case where you might have misread the situation, or if they did offend you and you spoke about it, you could end up resolving that situation. These pop-ups. Slack. Yeah, you may be able to resolve these situations. This is how we work on our character. Applying the scripture says, whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. Yeah, and all scripture is before I bastardize that one. The second thing. Listen to this now. The scriptures are there to help us work on our character. Start 15. 2 Timothy 3:15. And that from a child thou hast known all the scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith which is in the Mashiach Yahushua. Okay? All scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of the Most High may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. Yes, so that you can work on your character. All scripture is there to help us work on our character, man. So, yeah, going back to Zephaniah 1:8, says, and it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, that I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such are clothed with strange apparel. Yeah, if your character is not right, if it's unfamiliar, unknown, foreign, alien to the Most High, to how he wants you to carry yourself, then you will be destroyed. We'll finish with this, Proverbs 4. And it's a process, man. It's not going to happen overnight. It's a lifetime process. Proverbs is another one of my favorite scriptures. Proverbs 4:18 says, but the path of the just is as the shining light, that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. Yeah, that's that process, man. Each day, working on your garment, working on your character, making sure that apparel is in the best nick possible, man. Yeah, so hopefully there was some form of edification from this. Yeah, so with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Waharaka Kadash, Kwam Yasha Allah.